Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. My friend Kenneth has a particularly preference for food that is cooked in a deep fryer. He loves fried chicken, especially deep fried chicken wings. He realized that all this fried food is not good for him. And this is particularly true after he was diagnosed with a health condition. He has switched to use an air fryer, but the result is not quite satisfactory to him. And he told me that something is missing in the flavor. He then asked me whether I could help him with this problem. He would like to have some fried food for most of his meals. And he said he doesn't need to eat too much. Just a little bit might help him to get over his desire for fried food. I suggest to him to use the technique shallow frying, which will give him some of the flavor of food that has been deep fried. It has several distinct advantages. First and foremost is you can fry only a small portion at a time with minimum amount of cooking oil. And number two is that you can use different type of ingredients to create a light breading. And number three, you can adjust the flavor of the breading. And number four is it's very efficient and it usually takes just only 1 or 2 minutes. Wok is great for shallow frying, particularly those with a large flat bottom surface areas. My Cucina 14-inch stainless steel wok is perfect for shallow frying. The bottom flat surface of this wok is about 9 inches across, which is about the size of a small frying pan. The principle of shallow frying is actually very simple. You can use it for any kind of meat, from chicken, pork, fish, and shrimp. The main requirement of this cooking technique is that the meat should be cut into thin slices so that it could be cooked rapidly. This approach works for any types of meat, particularly it works very well with chicken. To create a thin breading for the meat, I usually use cornstarch. I prefer cornstarch over flour because cornstarch provides a more crispy breading. And you can adjust the amount of cornstarch to use depending on the thickness of breading that you want. I usually use 1 tablespoon of cornstarch for 8 ounces of chicken. And this creates a nice light breading. Kenneth said he is going to give this a try after I show him this shallow frying technique. 1 month later, I run into Kenneth again and ask him how is the shallow frying going for him. He told me that he has been using this shallow frying technique almost 2 to 3 times a week. He said he has been mainly used it for chicken, but recently he started to branch it into shrimp as well as pork chop. Furthermore, he has developed a technique that allows him to shallow fry the chicken and the shrimp together using the sequential cooking method. By first fry the chicken and then he add the shrimp. He used the shallow fried chicken as the basic template and he coated the shrimp also with cornstarch. He said the most exciting thing is that he has experimenting by seasoning the chicken differently before he shallow fried them. He told me that this makes his fried chicken far more interesting. And I decided to give it a try. This demonstrates the creativity of Kenneth's approach. Kenneth told me that the first thing he did is that he dried the chicken with a paper towel. In this case, I use a sponge cloth instead. Kenneth has the chicken already prepped in advance, so all he has to do is to take the chicken out of the freezer and put it in a bowl of warm water, which will thaw out the chicken in about 10 minutes. Kenneth told me that he used only 1 tablespoon of cornstarch because he prefers a light breading. Kenneth seasoned the chicken with a seasoning mix that he concocted. In this case, I use my basic seasoning mix. You can take a look at this video to learn more about the components in this seasoning mix. And then Kenneth add a small amount of red chili pepper flakes. What Kenneth did next is that something I have never done before. Kenneth adds some fermented black soybean. Right away, I know this is going to work for me because my wife loves fermented black soybean. The remaining part is easy. You just mix all the contents until the chicken is evenly coated. Because the chickens are thinly sliced, so it is easy for the seasoning agent to cover the chicken and give the chicken the desired flavor that you are looking for. I start with 2 tablespoons of cooking oil in the wok, and I spot season the wok. If you are not familiar with this method, you can take a look at this video. I use 8 ounces of chicken. I spread them out in a single layer to first fry them on one side. It doesn't take long. It usually takes about maybe 1 minute to create a crispy surface. I then turn the chicken around and to fry them on the other side. Because the chicken is thinly sliced, they cook very quickly. Even though the cornstarch coating is very light, it is sufficient to create a slight crispy breading. Kenneth told me that after cooking this way for a while, he actually come to like the light breading much better than the traditional heavy breading. This method is highly efficient. It takes only about a couple of minutes to cook the chicken. I use a pair of long-handled tongs, which is far more efficient. Kenneth then garnish the chicken with some scallions. With a few quick mix, the chicken is ready to be served. The total cook time is about 5 minutes. My wife loves this dish because she really enjoys fermented black soybean, and she told me make sure I do it again. In addition to this stir-fried chicken dish, Kenneth also cooked another vegetable dish. Kenneth told me that with the fast cooking system, he is able to cook both of these dishes all from scratch with fresh ingredients in less than 20 minutes. With flavor chasing, advanced prepping, stir-frying, and template-based cooking, Kenneth has found a cooking system that will allow him to cook the food that he loves to eat as well with a healthy diet. Kenneth said that even though he is a novice cook, but the fast cooking system have able to get him up and going quickly, and he became a great cook. I post a new video every day to help people to learn more about my fast cooking system, as well as to adopt it. If you're interested to learn more, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I believe that it will help you to develop a new relationship with food. Keep on cooking. I will see you tomorrow.